All right, on our watch list today is something I stumbled upon last night.
Just last night?
Yeah, and I'm hooked. I am already hooked. It's called Brain Games, and I found it on the Disney Channel. It's an 8-season series, so you know if you're going to binge, it's going to take you a little while.
I think I may have seen one of these at some point.
You may have.
Okay.
It looks at the way your brain works, but more importantly, it tells you why it works that way.
Hey, have you ever seen someone lying on the ceiling? Neither have I. We're gonna mess with your brain a little. Which way do you think this is gonna go? Let's reverse gravity by changing what you see. And we can make time flow backwards by messing with your brain's frequency. We're gonna blow your mind on Brain Games.
Now, in the first episode, I learned how and why something like the manipulation of a shadow can determine how we perceive motion, or how the brain can be fooled into seeing something that didn't really happen. And this was like only episode 1. Take a look.
It's been said people who are left-brained are more logical and analytical, whereas people who are right-brained are more creative and intuitive. So which one are you? Left brain or right brain? Or maybe you're both. What's up, guys?
Hey.
I'm Eric. Solomon.
Brittany.
Nice to meet
Nice
you. My
to
name's
meet you.
Eric. This is John. So I'm about to show you guys a trick that's going to reveal how your brain actually perceives. Are you a left brain person or a right brain person? So all we need for this is a coin. So we take the coin in my left hand. I'm going to take it in my right hand. The only thing you need to do is blow on it. Look, and it's going to just disappear completely. Yeah, crazy. Now I'm gonna ask you guys. You're looking at me like I'm an alien. Yeah. I love it. Now you're looking at my watch. Now I'm gonna ask you something that magicians don't usually ask their spectators. Okay. Where's the coin?
In your skin.
Dropped it on the floor.
Okay, those are two very, very separate. Actually, that's perfect. What we're trying to illustrate here is you said I dropped it. You said I dropped it on the ground. Right. Brittany, you said it's in something creative, something kind of far-fetched, kind of out there. It's in my skin. You know, the truth is, while one side of our brain might be the more dominant one at any given time, the truth is we use both sides of our brains pretty much all the time. Would you guys like to know how it's done?
Yeah.
I'd love to teach you. You want to know?
Yeah.
I'll need the coin. Okay. All right. Here we go. So here's that's crazy. Sorry, bro. I mean, does that happen a lot? It's like a slot machine, slot machine. All right. So here's how the trick works. It's way more simple than that. I don't drop it on the ground because you could hear it, you would see it, and I don't hide it in my skin because that's just crazy, Brittany. All right. Now here's the idea. Here's what I'm actually doing: is when I take the coin like this, I never actually take the coin. It actually stays behind in my right hand. So it looks like this. You guys are looking here because I'm looking here, but the truth is the coin actually stays in the back of the hand, but not in the skin. If you want to make it disappear for real, it kind of looks like that. Are there any questions? I gotta go, my kids are in the car.
I'm hooked already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fun. There are different hosts as you go through the 8 seasons, but and that was kind of fun. That was misdirection and fooling the brain that way. But there are other things that your brain will see what's really not there, depending on what is around it and how it's manipulated. It's
fascinating.
Yeah, 8 seasons of your brain learning about your brain is basically what it is. Again, it's National Geographic on the Disney Channel, and you really might be amazed to find out how your brain really works.
I am amazed by this, and during the commercial break we were just talking about how we both love science, and that's what I'm seeing from this is but it's such a mystery, your brain, even though we know so much about it, there's so much I feel like that we'll never figure out.
We don't know about
especially those of us who haven't studied it in particular. These things like this just are.
And the brain itself is so unique. I mean, have you ever seen brain surgery?
No.
Usually a patient is awake during brain surgery because the brain has no nerves.
Does it count that I've watched some of those shows, so the doctor shows where they're operating on brains?
That'll
totally
count.
have seen
It'll
brain
count.
surgery
But
that
yeah,
way.
you know, they
Yeah.
can lift off your skull cap and they can fish around in your brain.
Because
and
they want
you
to
don't
know
feel
what
it.
you're actually,
Yeah.
how it's affecting you
They
in
might
real
put
time.
a probe in. They might put a probe in a brain, and you'll say that my hand is tingling, and then they note that area did this and that sort of. The brain is fascinating, and just the way that we perceive things. If you're given the wrong visual stimulus, your mind can't lock onto these things.
Yeah.
They did an experiment with a model just saying one syllable over and over and over, and you couldn't understand it because they had the sound of her saying a syllable, but the visual was her saying another syllable. And then they said, here's how you prove it. Close your eyes. And then you could hear it plainly what she was saying.
Wow.
It was amazing.
It actually
the
affects
brain
other
couldn't bring it
senses.
together. Yeah. And you see things where it says these two things are the same, and all of a sudden one looks bigger than the other.
Oh, yeah.
That's all about how perspective is seen by the brain. It's amazing.
It is very
Watch
amazing.
it. I
Thanks for
recommend
sharing
it.
that with us. I appreciate that. Well, up next, we're going to be wrapping things up here in Ozarks Live.
So don't go away. We'll be right back.